Hey guys, welcome back to another session of Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. So yeah. We're going against... Oh wait, it's a full-size party. Ooh. So let's see how long this wait will be. It says less than 5 minutes. But I will skip ahead for you, and I will see you at the start of the dungeon. And that wasn't that bad. I'm actually a little sick today. If you hear me being a little annoyed, it's just... I don't know, I don't think the sickness is putting me in a good mood. It's putting me in a mood to play games, but it's not in the mood to... We're gonna walk down...
Are you so determined to die? One last chance, villains! Bow down and acknowledge your king! Your god!
I don't like that face on his tit. This is just the battle? Oh. Okay. There we go.
This will be a mercy.
His name is Innocence? I imagine we have to get hit by this. Or not. Something happened. Oh, that's gross. Oh shit. What the fuck? How did they become beautiful?
Very well, very well. I shall
makes sense. Oh, wait, what? Oh, we gotta do this over. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh!
Your reckoning comes!
Woo! Kill it, kill it, kill it!
I shall excite the sin of your existence!
Oh, oh, oh! Oh, shit!
Do your thing!
Oh, he's dead.
Atone with your life!
Oh, yeah, stay away from him. God, why he gun like that? Nice! Oh!
I am all powerful!
Woo! Nice! Now what? Is that Vothri? Yup. I see, it's finally over then. Now night will return to all of Norvrant, bringing salvation to both of our two worlds. Upon speaking with Reen, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Should you leave the area, you may return here by speaking with the sentry posted at the entrance of Malgulg. Yeah, I got time. I've reserved the time. Here we go.
Why am I cast down? But it is you who are the villains. Father told me that I am hope. I am righteousness. That I am a god. That is why I was born, as man and sin eater both. I kept the people safe. They respected me. Worshipped me. How can this be? I should be the one looking down at you. Help me. Damn you. I am your god.
Am I gonna be okay taking in this light? Watching me just bust open like a water balloon. Oh boy. Well, here goes. No, I'm fine.
Look, the sky.
Oh boy.
Fools! Were it not for my decisive action, the whole city would have been overrun, razed to the ground. Yet they dare to complain about casualties? Spare me. I'll wager they were put up to it by those wretches who seek to usurp me. They're stirring up the citizenry. But if they think I will yield to the likes of them, they are gravely mistaken.
to be subjected to such deplorable treatment, such ingratitude. You have my sympathies, sir. You do so much good for this city, and you could do so much more were you not surrounded by fools.
Emmett?
Who are you? You're not supposed to be in here.
My apologies for the intrusion.
Nope.
But I come bearing a proposal. One that will ensure the longevity of your reign. But give me the word, sir, and I will bring hither a light warden. By giving its power to the babe within your lady wife's womb, we shall create a transcendent being. A king to rule over all. And as sire to the king, your authority will never again be in question.
Amazing. Before my Vorthri, they behave as docile pets. With this gift, my line shall be guaranteed power for perpetuity. We shall rule the whole world.
By all means, sir. United under Yulmor's banner, men will cease fighting and abandon their ambitions. Thus, they will grow fat and complacent, and in their sloth, seal your supremacy.
Emmett was the guy who instigated this? I mean, I guess that makes sense. Ow. Well, guys, this is the end of our adventure.
Are you alright?
See you guys later.
12 for Fend. He cannot contain the light. He's beginning to turn. Urianger, if you've aught up your sleeve, now is the time. It's changing back.
Oh.
The combined power of every Light Warden is too terrible a burden for any one soul to bear. And so I shall relieve you of it.
Exarch, what are you doing?
I will channel this profusion of power to the Crystal Tower and use it to travel to other worlds,
Oh.
as I have dreamed of doing ever since I first learned of their existence. Who would choose to remain here in this dying realm when they might go elsewhere and begin anew? Not I. And thus did I use you.
No, I don't believe you. It doesn't make sense.
Damn you! We won't let you do with him as you please.
Do not interfere! Please, I beseech you all, let him go!
You knew of this, Urianger. Tis all a fiction. Such vaguely defined acts of teleportation stand no chance of success. The Exarch will never live to see another world, as he knows only too well.
What does he mean to do?
He means to take the light with him into the rift, where he will die. From the beginning, he intended to sacrifice himself to save our friend and Norvrend.
At journey's end, an opportunistic thief makes off with the hero's prize. A paltry way to end a chapter, I concede. Yet your tale will continue, and my role in it will scarcely be remembered.
Let me see under the hood once, please.
Worry not. Whatever should become of me, I will be happy and free, safe in the knowledge that I have played my part.
Well, under the hood. Just once. Oh, what? What? It's you. It's the Catboy from the Crystal Tower series. What?
Thank you for fighting for this world, for believing.
The Crystal Tower series ties into this?
My friend,
Oh my god.
my inspiration.
That is too sad. What? Oh, dude, come on, man! Just out of nowhere?
Only those who possess the royal eye of the Allagan Imperial line are capable of controlling the Crystal Tower. Such individuals do not exist in the First. Therefore, in all likelihood, the Exarch arrived here with the tower. This much I had surmised, yet I could not discern his grand scheme. To think that he went through all this trouble for the sake of a single hero. It's almost admirable in its absurdity. Alas, it is not your grand scheme that will succeed, but ours.
You bastard!
Stay put. Your friend is still alive, but whether he remains so depends on you. What a disappointment you turned out to be. I placed my faith in you. Let myself believe that you could contain the light. But look at you now. Halfway to becoming a monster. You are unworthy of my patronage.
Damn it. I'm just a tiny Lalfell. It was you who created Vothri, wasn't it?
I am an Ascian. My heart's sole desire is to usher in the great rejoinder.
Then what was the point of being observing all this time?
100 years ago, I entrusted my comrade Logriff with the task of increasing light's sway over this world. This we sought to do by manipulating heroes.
Oh, the first warriors.
When that failed to achieve the desired result, I created Vothri. Thanks to your meddling, that too has ended in failure.
I mean, all you did was observe, so...
What was your true purpose in approaching us?
By your 12, boy, have I not told you before that everything I said was the truth? You were specimens by which I might gauge man's potential as it stands. I genuinely had an interest in you, genuinely considered taking you on as allies. Provided he could contain and control the light. If not, then he, and by extension you, would be of no use to me. 'Twas as simple as that.
So, we've been found wanting. How disheartening. But even had we fulfilled your conditions, there was no guarantee that we would cooperate. What then?
Then I simply kill you all.
Duh.
At the very least, it would restore the world to the way it was before you went about trouncing Light Wardens willy-nilly. Suffice it to say, it would be most inconvenient to have all that light taken away. And I would be lying if I were to claim his actions didn't have me worried.
Uh-oh. It's not a good sign.
You still retain your form and your senses. But you have all but become a Sin Eater. Whether you will it or no, your mere existence will serve to engulf the world in light. Those in your company will likewise turn into Sin Eaters. And in time, you will succumb to your base instincts and hunt innocents to feast on their sweet, sweet ether. Those few with the will left to fight may rise up against you. But before your absolute might, they will quickly know despair. There is no hope. We are finished. Mankind is finished. Ah, the irony. What Forthry achieved through bliss, you achieved through despair. But I have overstayed my welcome. I shall look forward to seeing you bring the world to its knees, hero. Exarch! I have naught to show for all the time and effort I invested in you. He is a small token for my troubles. I did not expect that I could learn aught from man, but I may yet learn something from all the knowledge he had hoarded for his precious hero.
Sure. It can float.
I pity you, I do. Your friends are now your foes. If you do not kill them, they will kill you. When it all becomes too much to bear, seek me out at my abode in the dark depths of the Tempest. There, you may complete your descent into madness with some dignity, far from prying eyes.
I'm looking up.
Till then, I bid you farewell. Eater.
His name is Tia. I knew his last name was Tia. I forgot his first name. Graha. There we go. Was it Gira? Ah? How are you supposed to pronounce this? Guraha. Tia. All I remembered was it sounded with a T for his last name. Am I dead?
Ah, finally.
I'm dead, aren't I? What happened?
After you collapsed, Emmet's self vanished.
Figured.
Then Reen did what she could to stay the raging of the light within your body. Thanks to her, you're still you. But she's only delayed the inevitable.
Welp.
You're not going to like what you see, but you still need to see it.
Is it the light? Is it no longer night sky? Yeah.
It's like this all over. The whole of Norvrats is shrouded in light again. And it's because of you, and the power you absorb from the Wardens. No one knows but your friends. When they carried you down from the mountain, they told everyone waiting below that they didn't understand why the light had returned. And now they're out there trying to allay the people's fears, while searching for a way to save you.
What good friends. Oh great, I'm going blind too.
If you're well enough to be up, you're well enough to get some fresh air. Better that than stewing in here. Go on. Go.
So I'll be honest, I haven't really been paying attention to the Crystal Tower side quests. Not that much. At the beginning, I've like learned of some of the characters, but after like 3 or 4 quests in, I stopped paying attention and just kept skipping the cutscenes. Now I have to go back and see what's going on. Actually, let's pause it here. Not really end the session. Let's just pause it here, and I'll get another bottle of water and get myself freshened up a bit. Alright, see you in a bit. Okay. Ah, sir, you're awake. You were injured during the foray in Mount Gulg, yes? I was here at my station as always when they carried you in a makeshift stretcher looking disturbingly bereft of vigor. And to compound my worry, the sky has... well, I'm sure you've seen. It has everyone rather concerned, to say the least, excuse me. Seeing you up and about is the first good news we've had in a while, assuming you feel strong enough. Would you mayhap consider a stroll around the city to reassure our anxious citizens? Bragi was one of those who helped convey you to your chambers, and he has visited several times since to inquire after your condition. Bragi! Are they not wondering where the Crystal Exarch or Tia is? He's not here with us now. Is that upstairs? That might be upstairs. But we'll go to the markets. Here. Oh wow, look who's back from the dead. Aye, it was a grim sight. Your companions looked fair ready to drop when they brought you in, so I offered a helping hand. Couldn't bear to see them struggle so. And you, my friend. I feared you had one foot in the grave. Cold and lifeless you were, like a corpse that was somehow still breathing. Then they told me some evil bastard went and snatched our poor Exarch away in the midst of a chaos. Wicked white, what is the world coming to? Ah, but moaning never solved a thing, did it? Nay, it's times like these that we Crystarian folk stand tall and do what needs to be done. Trade with Yulmore is back on the table. We'd best make use of those resources to fortify the city against the Eaters, or whatever misery the fates deem fit to throw at us next. Speaking of misery, Chesimile was worried sick about you. A healer wringing her hands is not a sight you ever wish to see, let me tell you. Alright. Oh! There's a lookout point there. Oh, sweetie, you're alive. No one's been allowed to see you. Even Spagger excursions were forbidden from making visits. Reen was kind enough to tell me you were showing symptoms similar to Eater corruption, so I suppose there was a little of any of us could have done for you in any case. As for your companion, they've been rushing hither and yon, seeking a cure to your condition. I worry to see their faces grow ever more haggard every time they pass through the Custarium. I shall let them know you're awake, and when they come to see you, sweetie, please do convince them to rest a bit. They won't be helping anyone if they all collapse from exhaustion. Ah, and one of our Morin has been a little better, I'm afraid. He hasn't left the cabinet, too busy with his nose buried in one dusty tome or another. A librarian? Cabinet of Curiosity. Isn't it bad that I'm in here with a bunch of other people? Mainly because ether corruption can happen within, like, my vicinity. Confounded, this says the same thing as the last. Mayhap I should approach the problem from a different perspective. Ifu, it truly is it truly you and not some figment of my imagination? Oh, but this is wonderful. 'Twould seem our prayers have been answered. Feeling otherwise helpless, I've been scouring our shelves for the wisdom to explain the most worrisome conundrum. Why, with all the Light Wardens defeated, has the light returned to obscure the sky? I must have pored over 100 tomes, but no definitive conclusion seems forthcoming, so many questions I would pose to the Exarch, and thus do I feel his absence all the more keenly. Now that you are awake, I am hopeful the search for our stolen steward might begin in earnest. Callus, meanwhile, leads the crystalline mean in preparations for battle, though against what foe we are as yet uncertain. Why not pay her a visit? I expect seeing you upright would be a much welcome relief. Just checking up on everyone. Ow. Where's Callus? Callus is... Oh. I'm gonna assume that's upstairs. Nope, it's downstairs. Okay, can't go that. Oh, it's upstairs from here. Rotunda. Do do. Wait, I don't know where I'm going. Yeah. Let's just go upstairs from the plaza. And then maybe I can get there? Unless it's like out of this plaza and to the right. No, it's not. There we go. Ifu, alive and well, I see. You gave us all a proper fright, you know that? Not a day's gone by that I haven't heard folk worrying what's to become of you or the Exarch. Anyway, I'm glad you've recovered enough to stand. You're not planning on striking out straight away though, are you? I was hoping to have a better look at your equipment. If we'd been able to provide you with better weapons or sturdier helms, then maybe you would have won the day, and the Exarch would still be here. As such, we're keeping busy consulting each other on new forging techniques and designs and the like. If you can stand still a moment, I'd like to assess the gear we're trying to improve. Aye, well, that's some fine work, I must admit. It wouldn't be impossible to make something better, but we'd need to experiment with different patterns and materials. And I'm not sure we have that kind of time. That sounds like a challenge that he would enjoy. Heyo. Greetings, Glenard. The Master of the Stairs is running his own errands now, is he? Aye, well, my servers are distraught enough as it is, and I didn't want to crack the whip too hard. But never mind that, I'm thinking our absent genius and his epiphanies are the perfect answer of this predicament of yours. And by genius you mean old Grenold? He is a man of unrivaled gifts, I won't argue with you there. But what good does his talent do to us if you can't bloody find him? No one's seen hide nor hair of Grenold since he wandered off some years ago. You know what he's like once he latches onto an idea. He's probably cloistered himself into a forgotten cave, completely absorbed in his latest creation. I wouldn't even know where to start looking. That does make things difficult. Still, if that eccentric is someone you're destined to meet, I wager he'll show up soon enough. In my time at that bar, many's the tale I've heard of strangely fated encounters. Even a few of them might be stretching the truth just a bit. We'll keep our noses to the grindstone for the time being, but on the off chance you do encounter Grenold, it'd be wise to take advantage of its brilliance rather than wait on our slow and steady progress. This is all talk for when you're fully recovered, of course. I'll let you get back to convalescing, eh? Before you do that, you're actually the reason I came over here in the first place. I don't suggest partaking of my stock until you're properly well, but if you're passing near the stairs, then I've got a regular who's eager to meet you. Who could that be? It'd be best getting back. Just because the word's coming apart at the seams doesn't mean we have to follow suit now, does it? Hear, hear. We can't forget the heart upon which this city was founded, or the Exarch might not have much of a home to return to. Ifu, are you alright? I think I'll return to your sickbed might be in order, but you might consider resting while atop the watchtower next to the Rookery. This damnable sky doesn't make for the most soothing scenery, but the Exarch often liked to stand there and feel the wind upon his face. Okay. Over there? Oh, this is a nice sight.
The people of this city have spirit, I'll give them that. They've not lost the will to fight. I can imagine how torn you must feel, looking at that sky. Knowing what it means to everyone. And that you're responsible.
It's all such a mess.
Aye. An all too familiar one. Here you stand alone, expecting no one else to bear the burden for you. You're in a corner, and there doesn't seem to be any obvious way out. But that doesn't mean it's over. However hopeless it seems, you haven't lost yet. I remember looking up at the sky like this before. Being caught up in a strange kind of calm. It was after we realized we were responsible for the flood. When we resolved to journey to the source by taking our own lives. One last sacrifice. One last fight. One last failure. And then the Oracle appeared and, well, you know the rest. There were times in the years and decades that followed when I wondered if we might not have been better off just letting the rejoining happen. That we'd made one last mistake. But seeing that giant Talos stir to life cured me of any doubts I still had. Always we took the burden of fighting upon ourselves. That's what heroes do, isn't it? So we never had the chance to see anything like that. Our people coming together as one. To think that their hope still burned so bright. That they were still so eager to live, they would lift up their fellows, one on top of the other, till they reached the sky. No. We made the right decision. And I can finally feel proud of the part we played in helping this world survive. Well, come on then.
I don't think this is a good idea. I mean, it's a nice gesture, but last time we touched each other, something weird happened. Oh boy. With our powers combined.
As I thought. What happened between us was no coincidence. My story may be finished, but the fates have gifted me a minor role in yours. I suspected as much the moment I realized you could hear me. But it's hard not to doubt yourself when you're the man who caused the flood. I was afraid to do anything more than watch for fear of making things even worse. But no longer. After all, the path I once walked is now yours to finish. For what it's worth, I cast my lot with yours.
Nice.
If you need a push, I'll be right there behind you. If you lose control, I'll do my best to stop you. So, let us be about it, hero.
Don't call me that. That's... Oh boy.
Oh, I was worried you were up here all alone, brooding and fretting and wallowing in your woes. But look at you, grinning at nothing like a pollen-drunk pixie.
What are you doing here?
Look at what you've done to your ether. It's a mess. And you have cracks running all through that pretty soul of yours.
Oh, thank you for calling it pretty.
My poor little sapling. Whatever am I to do with you? Shall I yield up my throne? You could claim it. Cut ties with the mortal world. Hide away in the castle.
Yeah.
It won't fix the problem. But would it really matter? If any pesky heroes come calling with steel and magic, all of Meg will rise up in your defense.
Oh, thanks for the thought.
My crown and scepter are...
Oh, sorry.
What? Don't give me that look. Of course I knew before I asked that you'd never ever heed such a wicked suggestion. And besides, what would become of my precious and ephemeral flower? Oh, my dear beloved sapling. You are lost, confused, and have precious little time to gather your wits. Your kind is always so preoccupied with what lies ahead, and so we muddle your vision with fog and glamour. But such trickery is easy to see through. Stand very, very still. Think not of where you need to go, but where you are right now at this moment, at this time, in this place.
Some good advice.
Our cairn of crystal. From shadowed hood he watched you go, his ruby eyes with warmth aglow. See yourself as he saw you, and that shall be the clearest clue. You stand in his garden, dear sapling. Ask his flowers what they know, and you will surely find an answer. But what will you do with it, I wonder? I'll be watching and waiting. Waiting and watching.
Oh shit. Oh, I did not expect to see you on your feet so soon. Surely you have not come in search of the Amaro? What do I know of the Crystal Exarch? I am happy to share, but I fear there is no surprising revelations. As any of this city could tell you, he is a man of wisdom and compassion and many untold secrets. But none can doubt his generosity. When the Crystarium was being constructed, he even allowed folk to plunder the tower for resources. He has imposed no restrictions upon us but one. No one except the Exarch is permitted to dwell within the spire. Many seasons passed. A comrade of mine was bold enough to ask the reason why. The Exarch merely smiled and said, because one day the crystal tower may vanish as suddenly as it arrived. Oh. Interesting. Ifu, it is good to see you awake and alert, my friend. What is this about? You're not writing the Exarch's memoirs, are you? I'm not sure how much I can tell you, considering we avoid asking too many questions, unspoken rule, and all that. If anyone has fresh insights to share, that would be Captain Lena, I'd say. She lost her parents to an eater attack not long after she was born, and the Exarch saw to her upbringing. Outward appearances aside, those two are like grandfather and granddaughter. I imagine the news of his predicament hit her doubly hard. Not that our proud captain would ever let it show. If you decide to talk to Lena, she'll be at her usual post at the censor's gate. Okay. Talk to Lena. Oh, was there something else you needed? If you come for the results of my research into this persistent light, I'm afraid there's little to tell as of yet. Records pertaining to the Exarch. Well, I need no documentation to relay what little I know of his history, if that is what interests you. Less than a decade had passed since the coming of Flood when the Crystal Tower first flashed into existence. Its summoner, the Exarch himself, became known to the refugees in Lakeland soon thereafter. He welcomed all who sought out the spire, be they locals who had lost their homes or Voperdites fleeing their ruined kingdom, and together did they found the city that would become the Crystarium. Some thought him as king, some thought to call him king, for he refused to share his name. But the summoner did not deem himself worthy of royal address. Thus did the people consider him scintillated skin, so like to the tower he had summoned, and bestowed upon him the title of Crystal Exarch. As for his true name, well, 'twould seem that is a mystery that remains unsolved to this day. His name's Tia! T-I-A! Tia! That's his name. Guraha Tia. Speak with Lena at the Excensor's Gate. Alright. There's probably not a happy ending for him, which is kind of sad. Afo, I was not told you had awoken. A welcome surprise. Now, if only the Exarch was returned to us. It was taken by your rival. Was he not? Your companions mentioned they had an idea of where to find him, and so I bristled when they asked for patience. I did not understand their hesitation until I saw you had fallen. Only then did I realize that I had no business rushing ahead. Even so, the delay has been no less agonizing. In the moments before he left to join you in Calusia, the Exarch entrusted me with a key. It opens a door in the ocular to a chamber known as the Umbilicus. This room is the heart of the tower into which only the Exarch himself is permitted to enter. Oh, that's a surprise. He bid me allow none into the tower once he has departed. Only in the event that an army of eaters descended upon the city was I to access the Umbilicus and awaken the defense's barrier. Never before had he left me with such instructions, but the battle with Fothry loomed near, and at the time I accepted the key without much thought. Since then, however, that moment is all that occupies my mind. When I recall the look upon his face, he knew that some terrible fate awaited him. Tell me, Ifu, I need to know what he feared, what battle you and your companions are truly fighting. Oh boy. Yeah, I can't tell you. Forgive me, I trust in the Exarch, and I should not be voicing these doubts when he is not here to respond to them personally. But you have come to me with a question of your own, have you not? Can you tell me about the Exarch? Ah, I see, I'm not the only one who burns for answers. The time has come to open the tower's heart. Though we do not face an invasion of eaters, I suspect the city will be in far more danger if you do not gain the knowledge you seek. The Umbilicus, you say? Come, meet me at the ocular and I'll unlock the door within. Alrighty. What could this be?
I have unlocked the door to the Umbilicus. You are free to enter. Once you have what you require, I'll see it sealed once more. Until then, I will remain without.
Oh boy. Oh.
A moment to collect my thoughts, I prithee. Thy true name is Grahatir, then?
Yeah!
By thy claims, thou too art a native of the Source.
Yep.
Though from an age beyond our own, when the 8th umbral calamity hath visited devastation upon our star.
Yep.
Thou hast, by subtle means, reached across the boundaries of time and space to unsow the seeds of catastrophe, ere its creeping vines drag our champion unto an early grave.
In essence, yes. A difficult story to swallow, I am sure.
I doubt not the veracity of thy words, not the account of thy coming, nor that of the fated calamity. Yet my mind straineth still to apprehend the enormity of this tale. Wouldst thou favor me with a gradual unfolding of its chapters?
Certainly. But where to begin? I should start with those great minds who survived the calamity. Sid Garland being perhaps the greatest. In hopes of staying the unending tides of war, he and his fellows pursued all manner of possible solutions. One of these was rooted in a theory which unified several fundamental principles discovered over the course of the Warrior of Light's adventures. It proposed a method by which one could enter the River of Time, traverse the rift, and leap between worlds. Perfecting that idea, however, was a work which consumed their lifetimes. And thus was it left to future generations to decide whether theory would be put into practice.
Wow.
But all the while, the world continued to burn. Hope was a feeble outpost, beset on all sides by thievery and misery and murder. People cried out in despair, "There is no hope, we are finished. Mankind is finished." Then others raised their voices in answer. Though we be beyond salvation, those who came before may yet be saved. We will forge a crossroads and pave the way for a different future. By the wisdom of our forebears, we will prevent this calamity from ever having come to pass. The fighting went on unabated, but some few took up Sid's research and labored to realize those impossible ideas. After 2 centuries of labor, their descendants finally succeeded in awakening the Crystal Tower, an integral part of the process, and, in doing so, roused its caretaker, me. By this stage, scholars had largely established the phenomena underpinning the rejoining, and identified the first as the shard which precipitated the 8th umbral calamity. This grand structure was already capable of storing the energies required to attempt the translocation. All that remained was to augment some few of its functions based upon the theoretical models of Sid and his compeers.
And by means of such technologies didst thou effect thine arrival in the first, to an age before this star had joined with the Source.
Some while before, as it turned out. 'Tis all but impossible to predict how time will flow between one world and the next, and we missed our mark by almost an entire century. But this only worked in our favor. The Sin Eaters could not be defeated without the blessing of light, and summoning the only man who might stand a chance against them would require decades of preparation.
An undertaking of scarce credible endurance. That thou hast kept thy plan from falling into disarray these many years bordereth on the miraculous. Yet howsoever history be rewritten, thy present self was shaped by events which followed the calamity. Should said catastrophe be averted, the very skein of thine existence will unravel. Surely thou hast foreseen this.
I am aware of the consequences. 'Tis for that very reason Cid and his colleagues bequeathed their legacy as an offering, and not an edict. To give all of oneself for the happiness of others, and with no promise of reward. 'Tis a hard thing to ask. Harder still for those condemned to survive in a world which pitted brother against brother. Indeed, you are right to call the execution of this plan miraculous, though the force which held it together was nothing so inexplicable. It was him. The warrior of light has been our unbroken thread. Where others would stumble and fall, he would rise above. Where others would break and run, he would carry on. The warrior of light's tale is one of unyielding bravery. To tell it was to feel courage. To hear it was to feel hope. It was a breath of inspiration in an age of suffocating shadow. In the histories of a fallen nation was our hero hailed as its greatest ally. In the time-worn pages of a noble's memoirs were his deeds joyously retold.
Oh, that's what the dream was about.
For many, these stories were the flame which warmed them through the coldest of nights. And so it should come as little surprise that the plan found no shortage of volunteers, concerning as it did the warrior of light himself. It was their chance to add their own verse to the hero's saga. He was the lodestar that brought them all together, to send their final message back through time and space to him. The light of your legacy was our torch in the darkness. Burn bright again and live. I am merely the bearer of that wish, come to ensure it is safely delivered.
Wherefore sharest thou this burden with me and no other? What wouldst thou have me say?
That you will be my accomplice? 'Twas you yourself who convinced me of your suitability when you spoke of how you learned of the Flood and of your part in arranging Minfilia's journey to the First. Your actions showed uncommon resolve. 'Twas clear you were committed to the cause of saving this world. I knew I could trust you to choose the right path forward, even if that choice came with a heavy price.
What price?
When all is said and done, and the last of the Light Wardens lies slain, I will absorb their corrupted ether, and then I will die. Knowing what I know of your companions, not to mention your champion, they will try to stop me. But in saving one, they would save none. Therefore, I implore you to aid me in concealing my identity and ensuring this tale ends as it must. To this end, I would have you take what I have told you of the Calamity and make of it a portent. A prophetic vision you beheld in the swirling chaos of the rift.
Is this truly thy wish?
History remembered the Warrior of Light, as I knew it would. And I will suffer no other to rescue the champion whose star has charted my course. I will see this tale to a happy end, my friend. There has been enough tragedy.
If only it ended that well. Oh boy, what a mess.
Careful now. If you lose control again, the light could claim you for good. Although it's probably only a matter of time before you succumb to the change in any case. What do you mean to do?
Yeah! A little of both to both.
We should be on our way. Dacian mentioned the Tempest, did he not? That's the stormy seas around Calusia to you. His lair must be down there somewhere, hidden beneath the waves.
Oh, harsh font, give me strength. Oh god. This adventure's going all over the place. Hey Lena. You find the answers you sought? If there is nothing more you need, I will go and lock the door. Yeah, got questions about the Tempest. Tempest, that is the name given to the seas by which Calusia is bound. If you make a request to the Tamers, they will provide you with an emerald to fly you over the waters, but... It's fine, I can hold my breath forever. Do you mean to leave right this moment, alone? I'm not sure that... Nay, I will not seek to stop you. Go with the blessings of the Shadow, and I will await your safe return. Yeah, we don't need to worry about everyone else. They got it. They don't need to worry about little old me. It's fine. It'll be fine. I'll all end up fine. One Amaro to the Tempest, please. Oh, this is not a good time. Albert? No, okay, we're good.
Ah, we have found thee.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm going to the Tempest.
Word reached us of thy recovery, and thus did we gather with all haste.
Yeah, I'm good for now.
Ah. By thy looks, I gather thou hast gleaned that which I came to tell thee.
What's up?
Urianger has shared everything with us. The Exarch's true identity and purpose.
I offer no excuses. When I agreed to aid the Exarch with his plans, 'twas in full acceptance of the condemnation I would face when my duplicity was laid bare. Yet it is not rancor, but resolve that I sense in thee. Thou art fully intent upon walking thy path to its end, art thou not?
Heck yeah.
If thou canst forgive my deception, or, failing that, set aside thy displeasure for a time, I do beg leave to follow thee. What strength and wisdom I possess are thine to command.
Hey, I don't blame you for anything. Yeah, but I am a danger to those around me. Yeah, I forgive you. Let's go. No matter what, they'll be coming with me.
I thank thee. Doubt not but that I will do all in my power to repay thy kindness and fulfill the Exarch's wishes.
I'm sorry, but I don't think this is a good idea. Leaving the Crystarium, I mean, with or without Urianger. What I did for you won't last forever. There's no telling when the light will break free again.
That's why we gotta hurry.
Please, you must stay here. At least for a little while longer. We will find a way to cure this, I promise you.
I'm like a ticking time bomb. It's not gonna work.
How can you make promises? We don't even know where to start.
Oh, whoa.
Alisaie, please. You know Reen was only trying to help.
Of course I know! I know only too well! But making promises you have no way of keeping is not a kindness. It's a lie. Plain and simple. We've all searched high and low for an answer, and every one of us came back empty-handed. I am not about to stand in his way now. Not after failing him in his hour of need. No! The least we can do is...
We will go with you as well.
Alright. Time for one last adventure.
There is naught to be gained by standing still.
Yeah.
Indeed, we have exhausted every other avenue. Lead, and we shall follow. If there is any hope to be found, then we will surely find it at your side.
Are we all in agreement then?
Is there aught we can do to help?
Hey guys, I'm slowly spilling ether.
Though we may not know the whole story, we do know you're in for a fight.
I'm a danger to all of you. Even your thoughts are okay.
And while the Exarch's away, it falls to the rest of us to see the Warrior of Darkness is given a proper send-off.
Oh, thank you.
You told them!
Who told them?
No. Well, not in so many words.
Oh.
Aye, we didn't need it spelled out for us. When the night sky appeared over whichever place you went to, it was harder not to put two and two together.
What?
From the moment I heard that you and the Exarch shared the homeland, I had my suspicions. Long had he been waiting for a certain someone to arrive. And I knew at once that it must be you.
Exactly. When he went up to meet you, it was clear it was no ordinary visitor. That spring in his step spoke volumes. I could feel his excitement.
Eat him! That's right!
Yeah, yeah.
We do not fully understand where you or the Exarch hail from, or why you've all done so much to protect us. But we are deeply grateful nonetheless. So, if there is anything at all we might do to aid your journey, you need only name it. What would you have of us?
Oh gosh.
You might have invited them to join us, where there are not so many. But come, they are waiting. What is your will, O Warrior of Darkness?
Oh, don't do that to me. Yeah, hope for the best. Prepare for the worst. And we're off. We're off. We're off. Okay. We're off. That's an oyster. Thine affairs are in order, then I shall unfold to thee my proposal. Our destination is the ocean floor, yet our goal is not simply to arrive there. Nay, we must needs have the means to breathe and fight freely. Thus I would petition the aid of one of the Fae, a being with whom I have yet to meet face to face. Rather than waste words on explanation, I bid thee follow me unto the hamlet of Sullen, which lieth to the south and west. All will become abundantly clear, I promise thee. Ah. Sullen? Oh. Well, thankfully, I have flying in this area. So we will go there soon. Oh, we'll just cut it here and cut down the travel time. And we're here! There to the west, canst thou discern the hump of an island rising above the water? That foliage-covered mass hideth the key to our safe descent. Swim close and plunge thee beneath the surface. Thou shalt soon divine the reason for mine insistence. Though it be much to my shame, I can but flail and flounder where thou mayest glide as a fish. I shall board a boat to the island and spare one and all the spectacle of mine in that strokes. Yeah, we're all bad at something. Oh. That looks like a whale? Oh. Is there supposed to be like some sort of opening somewhere? Somewhere? Anywhere? Investigate the suspect rock formations beneath the water's surface. Oh. Oh, that's an eye. That's a straight up eye. That's an eye. Well, what hast thou discerned? It's like the big one, yes. Ah, thine impression is not inaccurate. According to the Lord of the Pixies, we are even now perched upon the back of an ancient Fey entity. His name is Bismarck. What? Aye, the selfsame title by which we know the great feathered whale revered at the bottom of the source. I would enlist its aid to bear us into the deep and thence banish the water with an airy sphere like in form to the domes which do shelter the hamlets neath the Ruby Sea. With its compass, we may move unencumbered and defend themselves when the hour of battle cometh, as it surely shall. Now I must needs ask for silence whilst I make my supplication.
Wir Sach, Milan Bismail. Fallen si lor wislan, adas si alina.
Van urs atslir, olfod thim, iri guath thi.
Oh dear. I don't need to speak Fey to know that didn't go well.
Yeah. We need Feul. Your little sapling needs help. Oh, look at that. It worked.
Oh, my snake yak! You've learned to call me at last! And where do you go? On a trip? A journey? I knew you wouldn't give up without a fight. Oh, my precious mortal, I shall help you in any way I can.
You are so nice to me.
Gers Bismail win picked. Van dromi drom jakom. Van red rithje.
Ahai una, sahawin ulsk. Isnerim, sur vierno.
Be sure to scrub this one's teeth for him upon your return. It's only good manners.
What?
It will be done, Your Majesty. Our deepest thanks for your timely intervention.
An agreement is reached and your departure is at hand. You wingless ones best hold on tight. May the blessings of the Fae keep you safe, Inba.
Lo fallo ruis. Van in nar sitar. Dir sitagnar.
Wait, we're flying! We're flying! Oh, it is a big ass whale.
And just like that, it's all gone back to the way it was.
What was you expecting? 100 years of honey and rainbows? Seeing them Yulmore types wake up and smell the ashes was miracle enough for me.
Yeah.
Ah, but the magic in the air when that ladder started moving. And when that great hulking Talos rose up. Gods. I could live 1,000 years and never behold anything so amazing.
Oh, spoken too soon.
What the? Do you see that?
What a monster! Where did it even come from? Whoa there! It's not stopping! Run! Run!
That was pretty good.
Wow.
Well, we're here now.
The breath of Bismarck. See how it swells to form a dome beneath the waves? The waters recede. The tempest's floor is laid bare. In defiance of the blinding sky, this place holds fast to its gloom. The last refuge of he who denies the light with every fiber of his being. You stand at the precipice, hero. Journey unto the heart of darkness. Finish it.
This is an area? Huh. Okay. Holy shit, it is. What? It's not part of the... I guess, yeah, there wouldn't be an... Okay, yeah. Don't wish there was this, light enabled here. Oh, glad am I that Bismarck was true to his word. We are arrived in the Tempest, safe and dry. 'Tis here that we shall find the lair of IMMACULATE, and I believe the imprisoned Exarch as well. For an Osean alone, it is of course a trifling matter to flee onto the rift. Yet I suspect such travel is not impossible with a mortal in one's custody. Nay, he would not soon risk his prize when the Exarch's very body serveth as the key to the Crystal Tower and its power of a temporal transportation. Thus am I all but certain that this underwater realm harboureth our friend and enemy both. We have but to find them. In the event that you leave the area, speak with an Inual at the Venmont Yards in Calusia to return to the Tempest. And we will end it here. Yeah, this is probably a huge area with a lot of... Holy crap. Well, there's two areas, I guess. From the zoom out... Nope, there's like 8. Never mind! Alright, cool. Next time we will start this quest line. And we will explore... I will explore all of the Tempest in the next session. I promise. Alright, guys. Thank you for watching. And hope to see you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed this one. And I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.